Ah. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome and thank you for being all here today. My name is Eugene Kim, and I'm honored to serve as the leader of the UMP Score Sustainable Development Student Organization and as the host of today's event. Our organization, UMP Score, is dedicated to promoting peace, sustainable development, and global awareness among young people. Last year, we organized Ice Bucket Challenge to raise awareness about the Ukraine war. And today, we are continuing our mission by bringing you a speaker who has firsthand experience working with the United Nations. We hope that through this event, listeners can value insights into the UN, international careers, and the role we can all play in making a difference in the world. Before we begin our main lecture, we have a special guest today. Kim Hang-guk, a member of the 12th Jeju Provincial Council's Environment and Urban Affairs Committee, has joined us. Please welcome him with a round of applause.
존경하는 대회 귀빈 여러분, 그리고 사랑하는 우리 학생 여러분 반갑습니다. 제주특별자치도의회 김한국 의원입니다. 오늘 이 뜻깊은 자리에 함께해 주신 모든 분들에게 깊은 감사의 말씀 드립니다. 특히 미래의 글로벌 리더로 성장할 우리 학생들에게 유엔과 국제사회의 역할을 이해할 수 있는 기회를 제공하게 되어 매우 기쁘게 생각합니다. 우리는 지금 세계화 시대를 살아가고 있습니다. 국경을 넘어 다양한 문화와 가치가 있고 서로 존중하며 함께 협력하는 것이 그 어느 때보다도 중요한 시대입니다. 유엔은 이러한 국제 협력의 중심에서 세계 평화와 인류 공동 변형을 위해 힘쓰고 있으며 각국이 힘을 모아 지속 가능한 미래를 만들어가는 중요한 역할을 하고 있습니다. 오늘 이 자리에 함께한 학생 여러분은 제주에서 학업을 정진하고 있지만 여러분의 꿈과 가능성은 결코 제주에만 머물러 있지 않습니다. 여러분은 한국을 넘어 세계로 뻗어나갈 인재이며 앞으로 국제 무대에서 활약할 수 있는 무한한 잠재력을 지니고 있습니다. 유엔을 비롯한 다양한 국제기구의 글로벌 무대에서 활약하려면 세계가 직면한 문제들을 올바로 이해하고 이를 해결하기 위한 창의적인 사고와 도전 정신을 갖추는 것이 중요합니다. 오늘 이 자리가 단순한 배움의 장이 아니라 여러분이 세계를 향해 첫 발을 딛는 출발점이 되기를 바랍니다. 이곳에서 배운 지식과 경험이 여러분의 꿈을 이루는데 든든한 밑거름이 되기를 기대합니다. 또한 제주특별자치도 의회는 앞으로 여러분의 꿈과 도전이 이루어질 수 있도록 함께 할 것입니다. 제주도와 세계가 연결되고 우리 학생들의 국제사회에서 당당하게 활약할 수 있는 기회를 만들기 위해 지속적으로 지원하고 노력할 것입니다. 여러분이 나아갈 길에 항상 함께하며 힘이 되어 드리겠습니다. 끝으로 오늘 행사를 위해 힘써 주신 모든 관계자 여러분들께 다시 한번 감사의 말씀 전하며 참석해 주신 모든 분들께 깊은 감사드립니다. 고맙습니다.
So for those of you who didn't understand his speech, I'll briefly translate. I am Kim Hang-guk, a member of the Jeju Provincial Council. I sincerely thank you for joining us today. It's a true pleasure to offer our students, future global leaders, an opportunity to learn about the vital role of the United Nations and the international community. In today's globalized world, cooperation beyond borders and respect for diverse cultures are more important than ever. The UN plays a key role in fostering global peace, unity, and sustainable development. Dear students, your dreams are not confined to Jeju. You have the potential to reach world stage. To succeed globally, it is crucial to understand global challenges and develop creativity and a spirit of challenge. May today's event be more than a lesson. Let it be a starting point for your global journey, laying a foundation for your future dreams. The Jeju Provincial Council will continue to support you, striving to connect Jeju with the world and helping you shine on the international stage. Once again, I extend my sincere gratitude to everyone who made this event possible. I hope it brings meaningful experiences to all. Thank you. And now, please welcome Mr. Johnson, our head of school, to the stage.
Thank you, Eugene. Good afternoon, everyone. It's my great honor to welcome you all to today's special lecture, Understanding the UN. We're privileged to have with us a distinguished speaker whose career has been dedicated to international peace and security. Mr. Choi is a former regional director of the UN Department of Safety and Security, bringing with him decades of experience in global security operations, crisis response, and international diplomacy. Throughout his career, he's played a vital role in ensuring the safety of UN personnel and operations in some of the world's most challenging environments. Today, he'll share with us his invaluable insights into the role of the United Nations on its impact on global security and the challenges facing in maintaining peace in an increasingly complex world. His expertise and firsthand experience offer a unique opportunity for us to gain a deeper understanding of international affairs. So please join me in welcoming our esteemed guest, Mr. Choi.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson, for your kind words. And this was Kim Hang-guk Jeju Council Environment and Urban Affairs Committee head's profile. And now it's my great honor to introduce our speaker, Mr. Choi Chang. He is highly accomplished international security expert who served at the United Nations for 21 years. He was the first Korean to join the UN Department of Safety and Security and has worked in over 10 countries over 5 continents. His career has been dedicated to global peacekeeping, security coordination, and advising UN missions worldwide. Beyond his experience, Mr. Choi is also passionate about mentoring young people who aspire to work in international organizations. He is the author of 인생 우의 성공, 국제기구 UN으로 진출하자, a book that provides advice and insights for those who dream of working in the global institutions like the United Nations. Today, he will share his journey, insights into UN, and practical guidance on how students like us can pursue careers in global governance. And before we start, here is an announcement. During the Q&A session, those who ask questions will receive a copy of Mr. Choi's book as a special gift. In addition, we will also draw randomly at the end of the event to give the books. So in total, we're going to give 20 books. So make sure to stay tuned until the end. Now, without further ado, let's welcome Mr. Choi Chang to the stage.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today? Good. And I'm very happy to be here with you. I see it's a nice, luxury, beautiful conference room. I'm really happy with you. I think you are very lucky student studying in this nice facilities you have here today. Thank you very much inviting me today here. Actually, today I flew from this mainland and I came to Jeju to provide you my lecture, taking around 1 hour. But it's my lecture. Okay, next page. No. Where is this? My lecture was consisting of these 3 parts. First part to show you my previous duty stations, where I worked in the United Nations. Secondly, let's just talk about United Nations, what they are doing, what kind of program they are delivering, and what is the benefit when you work in the UN. So let's talk about the United Nations in the second part. And third part, just I'd like to take your questions. So, when you see this 2 envelope on the top, this one, that one. So this one is a Korean Marine Corps envelope. And this, as you see, this United Nations envelope. Because I put the 2, because I served before the United Nations in the military, Korean Marine Corps, for 21 years. That's why I put the 2 envelopes on the top. And after military service, I joined the United Nations and worked for more than 21 years in 10 different duty stations. So started in 2001 and ended in 2022 May. Retired at the age of 65. So almost 3 years ago. Okay, let's just start. Next page. As you see this, I am here, and it's a medal from the United Nations. And after my service, they recognized me and then provided me this UN medal. And then I was also on the Korean military newspaper in recognition of my conduct during my service time in the Georgia as a military observer. So, today is a very, I think when you pay attention to my lecture, I hope you take some point. I think it's, you learn something from me, and then you, maybe in the future, you can use this chance and is something motivated in the future. Let's see this. I'm not the professional English speaker, but it's and this is a UN standard, not American standard. I was very good to deliver any kind of training to the international UN staff members and any international conference. Don't worry, I'm most qualified person. Don't worry. Okay. And during this military time in this Georgia, I met a lot of these military officers from the different countries. And I was also was thinking, okay, UN there is something chance for me to work in the UN as well. So that's why I was, studying after military observer in Georgia, and finally I got the past United Nations entry examination. So many, process of the entry examination, but it's, finally I got it. You see, this my first assignment was East Timor. East Timor is something, here in between Australia and Indonesia. A little small country, island country, West Timor, East Timor. So East Timor was colonized by Portugal for more than 200 years. Very westernized, but it's West Timor is still belong to the Indonesia. They were something annexed to Indonesia, but it took for 25 years. And then they wanted to independent from this Indonesia, because the Indonesia authority, government and military and any some government officials discriminated to the local kinds of this East Timorese people. That's why they wanted to be independent. So finally they got the independent, and so that's why United Nations deployed there. Also I went there as a first assignment. So let's see, second, this slide show you my activities in during this United Nations service time. When you see that this East Timorese people, like Indonesian, exactly like Indonesian people, something Indonesian girls, this Timorese girl, and this is a UN personnel, consisting of this military, police, civilian, and as I remember, oh, how can I go back? Okay, thank you. You see this people, something management team to manage all these UN missions in East Timor in certain area, not country level, but in the certain regional level and district we called. And district level, I was in charge of the security and safety department, and other people also in charge for the humanitarian aid or the political thing, civil affair, all this different human rights issue. So all this they are handling this UN, as you know. So let's go through this my duty station quickly, and then let's talk about more about the UN general information. After East Timor, I moved to Georgia again in civilian clothes. So before it was in military clothes, but in this time I deployed there as a civilian UN staff member. It was so nice. They welcomed me and they so treated me, in hospital manner. It was this country, Georgia. When you see this Georgia flag and bordered with Russia, Azerbaijan, Armenia, Turkey, Black Sea. It's a so beautiful country. Very kind people, very hospitable, a nice environment, nature. very rich soil. I'd like to tell you about Georgia. I've been there for 3 years. So that's why I know most about Georgia. If I have another chance, I can give you a little bit more details. So it's Caucasus Mountain. This is covered by snow throughout the year. Beautiful. So it's a so nice scenery, and so also it was my car, my office, kind of a commanding post, and some local people looks like white people and European. That territory belonged to the actually Europe and Georgia. It was just independent from the Soviet Union, Russia, in 1991. And then something at that time, president was former Soviet Union Minister of Foreign Affairs, something Shevardnadze like this. After that, it's Saakashvili. It was I met the president many times, but this guy now is disappeared. But it's at that time was like that. So at this time I was there, and then after conflict, it was a lot of things. People in Georgia, wanted to something help. Wanted to have a help from the outside. So that's why United Nations came to there to help people in Georgia, particularly who are in need. So, okay. After this Georgia, I moved to Sudan in 2007. In Sudan, I was deployed in the firstly Khartoum, capital city of this general Sudan, and then I went to Darfur. It's quite something civil war broke out at that time. That's why I rotated from the Khartoum to Darfur. There were something divided into 3 parts in the Darfur. Something like one part was Niala, we call it Niala, and I was there, and I was in charge of the security, and safety for the UN staff member and UN property. So I organized this. I'm ex-military Marine Corps from Korea. I went there. It was not I was a very good English, at that time, but I understood what they are saying, and I understood what they are, what's supposed to be done. I understood what is the system and the rules and regulations, and then at that time I knew how to make a decision and how to manage, how to control, how to communicate, how to treat the people. And I made something conference, meeting with my team, and they were so happy with my performance. And then I just it was a very successful mission for me, and because I was working as a really team. I just wanted to work more and initiate anything. So on the ground, so they were so happy with me. So then we just worked together. And this is something like all rebel commanders, rebel movement, we so-called, and fighting against the government. And they were something like, in this province level and the small, small area, they saying they are commanding this area. They saying that they declare this is my territory. You cannot come here, and they just impose the tax to end. They also establish some checkpoint, everything. But the UN is actually very working in some on the impartial position. So we don't work. We are not biased, and we are working on this government side. We are working for this rebel movement side. We just communicated, and only we just wanted to help people. So we also, wanted to make country developed. So that's why some people all welcome the UN, and the UN was there. But I communicated with the rebel movement. It's a very bad people according to government side. But for me, it was no problem to access in the rebel movement people. So then I communicated for the security assessment. I also communicated with these people to organize something like coordinate security issues. When UN people come to there to deliver some humanitarian aid, I just went to there to communicate. It was a very tough mission because it was extremely hard, very hard. So, but it's a, mission must be done. And then I just, at that time, I remember when I come to office, it was a luxury. Aircon was there, something. But when I come to accommodation, no electricity, sometimes no water. It's a little bit miserable life I had. But it was, I was young. Also, I was very tough. I wanted to, focus on my job. That's why I accomplished my mission. Anyhow, this is something like a head of office. I was here, and all head of office. Some I remember they are my friend. All they are. I'm communicating with them. Sometimes they invite me, and mostly I spend when I after my retirement, spending time to talk with my friend on the Facebook. So. This is my office, my car, and my team to deliver our service to the people, mostly for the UN personnel and property. And you see this, sometimes I came to, small village and border area to coordinate, to collect information about the security, and also I had some meeting with the community leaders, and also I, these people, behind, animals. This is water point. Animal people come to water point to drink water. So all together. So we don't discriminate some animal and people. We come to there and drink together. I was drinking that water as well. So it was but this remember, this boys is so naughty boys. When I was in some Hungary, I came to restaurant to eat. Okay, let's order chicken grilled, and then without any some window, some wall and door, and open restaurant. Just sitting and then ordered food, and then I wanted to enjoy my chicken, and then they brought chicken, and very nice, delicious smell was nice, and then I started to eat. This young small boys approached to my table and they took my chicken, and then they ran away. And then I lost the 2 chickens. Oh my God, I lost the 2 chickens. And then after that, I always enjoyed my chicken like this. I was eating like this. It's coming. It is a boy is approaching to me or not. And then it was sometimes when I come to local market, so I wanted to pay and Sudanese some money, and they snatch and there's a pickpocket, and they sometimes when they reach to the 16 years old above, they like to carjacking, any something like stealing UN property. While they are committing their crime, they also accidentally they kill the people as well. So in my duty station, I lost a lot of some UN people. So that's why UN mission something like is quite dangerous. And they are doing good job, but at the same time they are also facing a lot of dangerous situation while they are delivering their service. So after that, Sudan, I was very recognized, and then the UN told me where you want to go, and then I told them, so I like to go to China. And then they said, oh, China is something poster looking after this four countries in the northern east, south Asia. So that's why I was not eligible to be posted in the something like China, because of the China post looking at the North Korea. I'm not something like able to go to North Korea because I'm from the South Korea. It was something like I was so embarrassed. I was so disappointed because of I couldn't work in China. But it's a second, and my preference was given to me. Kazakhstan, Central Asia, something like you see this. It's bordered with Europe, Asia, Russia, and the South. It was Central Asia. It was quite a huge country, 9th largest country in the world. Very huge country, a lot of minerals, and a lot of something like a small population, but a huge land. They are actually a rich country. So when you see this picture, it's my wife is there, my office. I invited all my staff members to welcome my wife and introduce each and everybody to my wife. And this was considered as a family duty station. That's why I invited my wife. And family duty station is beautiful. I was at that time, I met this Ban Ki-moon. I received him, and then also we organized this something like a concert with the local government. It was nice. Also, it was my car, and I traveled by car more than 1,000 kilometers. To go to another city for the something by security assessment mission to another city. It was traveling here and there. It was really traveled a lot. Same as like when I was in Sudan. It was Sudan also biggest country. It was the biggest country before the division into two. North and South Sudan. This one is Central Asia. It's a very huge country, but it's mostly I traveled west, south, north, east. I traveled, and sometimes I attended this international conference to give some little speech, and also I, was invited for the delivering something like a little bit small lecture to the, university, and it was like that. It was a very good, I was as something like a diplomat, and was beautiful. It was also, during the weekend, I, had something like a sports activity to the mountain, and this was something like, you see this 3,100 meters high at the mountain, and winter season, and this one was something like summertime, as we call Cheonsan and Almarasan. This mountain is beautiful in the Central Asia, Kazakhstan. I enjoyed there. And after this Kazakhstan, I moved to reassignment to Pakistan to learn about what is really center of the problem. Because when I was in the Kazakhstan, there was something like terrorism occurred, also a lot of security issues, actually some influenced by something like Pakistan, this Afghanistan. I wanted to learn about this all security real problem, and then that's why I was a volunteer to be posted to this, to learn about the regional kinds of security issues. And then I was assigned to Sindh province and Karachi. I was in charge for the security team, and we did some, at that time, we delivered something like a polio eradication campaign to these people in the Karachi and the Sindh province in general. And at that time, it was a really dangerous mission because of this, like when you see that this slum area, and also this is some certain area. It was so dangerous. You don't know where it bullet coming, where you don't know where, how they, something like attack us. You from the which direction you don't know. But I had coordinated with this local security element. It was nice, and I, made a good, security assessment mission on the ground, and then they also, people, our team made a good recommendation to the leadership, and then they decided to, give it something like a polio vaccination to the children on the certain area where we've been, firstly, and then it was something like I contributed my service to eradicate a little bit, polio virus. It was I think I'm proud of this mission also. Yeah, so it was something like escorted by, all security people in the ground, and military, police, all this, you see this guy, pistol here, there's military guys in civilian clothes. They carried some weapon, and then they escorted me to protect my team. This is a very, I remember this moment. This guy, my bodyguard, like that. So I remember clearly. I met something like a lot of some police commander, military commander, also, civilian community leaders. Sometimes I met some, in the region, but it's parliament members. And, so it was, as a UN staff member, it was, they welcomed me, and they provided any kind of information that I need. It was very cooperative, so we worked in harmony. After this Pakistan, I moved to Jordan, and I think I like to go quickly. And this Jordan bordered with Syria, Iraq, and Saudi Arabia, Israel, and I was deployed in this border area between Syria and Jordan. It's near to Iraq, and so-called right shot. So it's you see this signboard of the traffic signboard, 90 kilometer. At the right shot is a 10 kilometer, but it's on the way. I took this picture, but it's you know, and I was in the far away. You know, my accommodation was there, and but it's you know, mostly I worked from my accommodation to this you know, place, something like you know, commanding post, and some you know, some sporting center, and it was a. You see this flag of the Canadian, European, and American flag. I think you can see. I think your eyesight is better than me. I'm sure you recognize this flag. Anyhow, this all this you know, water tank. This water tank on the middle of this desert. You know, people without water, without electricity. Can you imagine how much they are difficult life? And it was you know, UN people you know, set up this water tank, and 100,000 something water tank like this one on established on this on the desert, and you know, so we discussed, and we just made a kind of a good work to help refugees from the Syria to you know, this Jordan, and the Jordanian government. You see this. I was talking with the Jordanian military guys, and in the morning I instructed my people how to do, what to do on the when they delivered their service to the refugee camp, and you know, and after this working hours, I was gathering together with these local guys, and enjoy the, you know, Muslim food. And then some, you know, weekend I went to this mosque for the Friday prayer, and then also I was feeling I became Muslim. It was but it's for me, I actually Buddhist, but it's I came to LA mission, different country. I became something Christian. I became time to time I was a Muslim to survive. So to you know, survive, nothing else. So, but it was really like that. So it depends on the what is the circumstances you are facing. So that's why, you know, some religion is I was something not focused on my. I am not you know, told to anybody. My religion is like this. So anyhow. After that one, as I went to Fiji, you know, United Nations also told me, "Oh, you did a good job, and go to Fiji and relax and enjoy your paradise, and you enjoy and like that." So okay, I came to this Fiji. I covered this more than 14 countries. It was beautiful, and then I came to there in 2018. And then until I my retirement, I you know, stayed there. So you know, maybe something like you know, the you know, Tuvalu, Tokelau, Vanuatu, Samoa, any something like Solomon, Nauru, all this. Maybe you know this New Zealand, Australia, but it's you know, very little country, even something with a population less than, you know, 20,000. Something Fiji, they have something less than 1 million people. Something like people in the Fiji, they are proud of their land. They are saying that it's smaller than Jeju Island, but they are very proud of it. They are huge country, and comparing with this other small island, they are, oh. And even it is when you fly from the sky, you can easily see Fiji is a very huge territory and compared with other small islands. But they're all this sovereign country. They are all sovereign country and they are independent. They are member states of the United Nations. They have one vote. That is a very important point. Anyhow, this Tuvalu, you see, it's a very important. Tuvalu is something like, considered as the first country to be submerged under the water because of this water level increase in this century. So that's why this guy is something like this man, current United Nations Secretary General, visited to this area to see what is a really ground situation. And then I escorted him as a security advisor in this region. And then we work together. This is a country. And then we, UN deployed there to relocate this Tuvalu island people to other country when land is submerged. So UN came together to organize this kind of a project. Very important mission because it was all affected by climate change. So UN was doing that kind of a job. So, and this Kiribati situation was the same. And then I met many something police commander, military commander, sometimes prison command to to coordinate the security and to collect the security information. And it was so a lot of details I have, but it's later. If I have a chance, I'll give you. And anyhow, this was my office, my secretary, and this sometimes I provided this training for my staff member and in the all this UN personnel in the island, UN office, and also I traveled a lot by airplane, commercial flight, small flight. Sometimes it was very dangerous, something like while I'm traveling to, Samoa one time, I lost almost my life, because of this cyclone time. It was really, all these passengers in the flight was nervous, so nervous. Some people was praying, some people was something like shouting, some people was really crying. It was like that. It was for me. I was looking around and then okay, maybe I can die here. Maybe I needed to write some will like that. At that time, after that incident, I wrote my will. To tell to my children like that. So it was a really funny, also dangerous moment. Sometimes flight safety, it's like that. So but anyhow, I accomplished my mission in this Fiji. And then also, when they had something like completion of the one project, they invited me and to celebrate together. And then also, this is a Nauru. You see this like a bridge, but it's not a bridge actually. They conveyed this postpaid. Maybe you don't understand the postpaid. Maybe principal fertilizer. Fertilizer. They just was a lot of something like birds sitting in the island, and then they collected a lot of some things, bird shit, and then this collected. They become, hundred years, 1,000 years, and then they become this mountain, with the birds, shit, and this it became good fertilizer, and then they natural resource. They just other country wanted to buy. They exported this one. At that time, after this, something late 19th century, it was a really, Nauru was a rich country, something second richest country in the world after Saudi Arabia, like that. But they wasted resources. They didn't save any money. They just enjoyed, and they lost all this thing. Now they are one of the poorest country in the world. You see how much they are poor now, because they didn't, think about they didn't think about the future. They just enjoyed, and then they lost all these resources. Anyhow, UNDSS, I served for more than 21 years, and I had something entry kind of a certificate, SCP Security Certificate Program. I did in the ILO headquarters in the Torino, Italy, and Thailand, and also in America, New York, Manhattan. It was a nice time. It was a beautiful time, but it's a and the 5-star hotel. It was a nice in the morning, full of food. It was beautiful, but it was something like I was studying whole night. I couldn't enjoy this beautiful 5-star hotel, and then I remember this was a beautiful something like luxury hotel, nice food, but I couldn't enjoy that during the training time, because I wanted to study hard, but I don't know, but this was a good one. Anyhow, this was my first part. I finished, and this is the second part we are entering. And talking point, I am telling you about the UN organizations. So UN organization is the biggest international organization in the world. Also very official. They UN is delivering a lot of good job to the all over the world people who are in need. Something. This is my organization, my flag. I've been working for more than 21 years. I spent on the field, not in the headquarters in the New York, and I enjoyed luxury office. No, I just was like a military. I moved all places in the conflict area, but it's actually I enjoyed. I'm telling you, because it was so challenging, so something interested. For me it was I overcome all these things, but it's really I was enjoying. I didn't know this time is how much faster, quickly passing. I didn't calculate what I'm earning every month. I never touch. After some 3 months, I saw something like my bank account. Okay, I didn't calculate. I just was focusing on my job. It was like that. Anyhow, UN organization is a very official, very largest in the world, and also UN is doing good job. And what I want to tell you today is, if you are really ambitious, if you want to enjoy challenge, if you are very, to have aspiration, please try to be UN staff member in the future after this school. And applying for the UN is nothing wrong. If it is your world, it's your world. Anytime, and you can work in the UN. I think this is something I like to recommend to my friend in my subordinate a long time ago, and they are in charge now. It's some high level in the Korea. I want to tell them to change their foreign policy. Like Europe, some country, they need to change policy to rotate their government official to work United Nations sometime, and then open also, come back to government and go to United Nations, come back to freely move to there, to coming back to government, something like this. This is some country they are doing. This is a good idea, I think. That is also they are not the kind of something, willing to send their soldier, military to other country, in the conflict area. When you see that this all my country, it was something received a lot of some military guys during the Korean War time. It's 16 countries, but it's, now we are reluctant to send our soldiers to other country, under the UN umbrella. Why? I don't know. Because they saying that something like we have some enemy, in the North Korea. No, when they send to the military guys to other country to help other country, it's also when you have any something situation when you need, you receive. This is a cooperation between this country to country in the world. So it's we need. This is a globalized. We are now not we are alone. We work together. We work together. So we should remember. And UN language, I'm telling you, second point is UN languages. There are how many UN languages? Do you know how many UN official languages? If you know, please raise hand. Wow, please tell me. Okay, 3. No, it's you are just. I'm telling you, just 6 official languages we have. But it's I'm sure you know the 3 languages. But it's I'm asking what kinds of languages are UN official languages. So there are 3, but English is a working language. You should speak good English if you want to work in the UN. Me, I'm not very good English, but I understand. Most experienced, and that's my area. But if you want to work in the UN, you should have a good language skill. Skill means that is speaking, writing, listening. But somehow how can you describe yourself in English? It's a very elaborate layers. Somebody people speaking English is beautiful. So, but even there, some people from the America, they are, speaking, not understanding it American English, British English. No, UN English is something clear, loud, and slowly. Very must be like this. So you understand me? You understand what I'm saying now? Okay, good, very good. This is some UN English is should be clear and loud and moderately slow. Okay. UN official language. If you pass a UN official language examination, apart from your mother tongue, you will get a language allowance as well. So better to speak, something second language, except, of course, there's English and maybe second language as you like, And so proceed of the UN recruitment. Okay, there are so many layers, something procedures, to apply for, but there's nothing wrong. After this class today, you can go home and you just open this UN.org, and the internet. This is the internet. So, and then internet is available in the Africa, in the middle of the ocean, in the South Pacific, and Korea in the village. All internet is available. This is now is everybody accessing at the same time, collecting same information, accessing, not only you, everybody. So when I come to this South Pacific, in the small island Nauru, Tokelau, they were also, enjoying internet. And then they are playing all internet games. So that's why, UN recruitment process is online. You just come to, if you are this qualified, if you think you are have a skills, experience, please go ahead and come to un.org. There is one something portal called UN Inspira. So you just enter there, apply through the internet, some online, and you will see how it happens. This is your world, but it's very difficult to enter UN. But it's once you are in the system, UN, easy to go. I'm telling you, as long as you are not something like making faulty job and faulty things, and you will easy to get some new contract and some, because this I renewed my contract every 2 years, and then I completed some more than 21 years. So it was like that. So that's why UN recruitment is open to all over the world. Very competitive, and there are so many systems. So if you are interested, one day you will get it. And I recommend you, UN job is not easy, but it's very challenging, and it's very recommendable and very nice. And experience there compared to government, you will get a very good high level, because you are exposed to, you have a good experience from the outside and bring to the good experience to the inside, and then why not? So I'm sure this is something like other country, a lot of people like that. Now is something like, Kazakhstan. There is one we call Tokelau, but he's a president, but he was my boss. And he was a UN staff member, was recognized by their government, and they invited for the president, and he got the president position. It was like that. A lot of people, coming to UN and back to government like this. And there are so many minister level in the UN. Now he's a Secretary General of the United Nations. It's from the Portugal. He was a Prime Minister in the Portugal. And a lot of people, head of office agencies, all this from each and every countries. And then they also coming back to their home country and join any something like a high level, because they are, something have an experience, and others all understanding, and more than anyone else in something in the country. That's why they are, very good assets, in the country like that. So it's anyhow, it's details of this recruitment is in my book also. Anyhow, this working environment is as I told you, it's very difficult to enter, but once you are inside in the system, it's not difficult to work, because it is teamwork. We are working together. We work together, and something like not working, individually. We also, working as a team. Also, UN staff member is considered as a diplomat. Some under the Vienna Convention and security safety, it's a very good, something like when you maybe you saw my duty stations, you think, oh, why I should go to UN, because it's very dangerous. No, so we are take care of you. All system is there is system how to protect you, and because also you are feeling it's in danger, you don't need to work. So you just telling to your boss, and okay, I'm feeling not good today. You don't need to report to work. Something like it's a very kind of some, we are, in well-being condition in UN. Also, UN benefit salary. Salary scale is something like, as I see, is something same as American standard, American level. So it's better than Korea, and of course better than India, of course better than China, and but it's a UN staff member. It can be well paid, and also they have a lot of different allowance, like something like whenever they work in the duty station, they have something rental subsidy and family allowance and relocation grant and education grant, whatever this they have something like a language allowance, home leave. When they have something home leave, they have something free ticket to go home. I think it was a very good package. It was why not? You can enjoy some good package of the UN salary. It's better than Korean government. Why not? I'm encouraging you to go to UN to work. And then maybe you are very experienced. If you are tired of the UN, come back to Korean government to work. It will be, you bring a lot of some good idea, good experience to the, and then apply to this your experience to this your government. Which is good. So, and UN pension also, is very good. Best pension system in the world, like America and Europe, and they have a lot of people have two pensions, like me. That's why something developed country. Also, people like to come to UN to work because they have a good pension. So UN entitlement is leave, not a privilege. UN is something like if you are feeling sick, you don't need to work, right? So I told you. So if you are feeling sick, not bad, not good feeling, and you don't need to report to work. And if you are in danger, feeling you are in danger, you don't need to report to work. And if you are not safe, how can you, help other people? If you are cannot save your life, how can you save others' life? If you are hungry, how can you help people who are in poverty? You should be very fit. That's why UN is giving good package to every UN staff member. So I'm encouraging you. Home leave, sick leave, annual leave. So more than 30 days per year, and except this weekend, UN holidays. So it's anytime you can take a sick leave for 60 days per year. Anyhow, UN identification card is something like a UN leisure passport. We call leisure passport. This is something traveling document, and if you in possession of this UN leisure passport, you can travel all over the world and could pass through the diplomatic some line on the immigration, and also have a lot of benefit, a lot of some advantage when you hold this UN leisure passport. So also you can be very well recognized by government and any host government when you hold this passport. Also, UN value is a professionalism. Whenever you go to any duty station, even in New York, Vienna, Geneva, you should focus on your job. And you should understand what you should do. And respect for diversity. If you don't respect others, you cannot receive respect from others as well. So you should respect also integrity. Oh my God, integrity. As a security professional, I understand clearly this one. If you are very not honest, if you are not very sincere, if you are, something, you will be dismissed. You will be kicked out. You will lose your job. UN is very clear. So it's honest is most important in UN when you work. And inclusion is something like you don't need to discriminate anybody. Something we work together. UN is very clear. We work together. So in the world, we are all coming together. So how to work together? This is more important because we are people. As also humility. Something like should kind to anybody, something like we should help each other, and humanity, and also you should love each other. If we don't love, other people, how can you receive love from others? We should love each other, and we are all together, work and enjoy our life together. So this is a kind of a core values, and but this is something like other connect, collaborate, analysis in details. Maybe if I have another chance, I can tell you more. Okay, this is my last slide for today to tell you about my book. After my retirement, I wrote my book for the people who are interested in this UN organization. So all including how to apply for it, what kind of benefit you will get it when you are in the system of UN, what kind of something job they are doing, and what is the status of the UN, and what they are, how to, something, what kinds of people mostly, recommended to go to UN. Something like if you like to travel, oh my God, you can travel anytime outside country if you are on the UN staff member. I traveled, oh my God, how many countries I traveled. It's really, even for the international conference or for the something, a lot of it. And also, if you are interested to have a good friend from the different part of the world, you can be, UN staff member. When you come to any duty station, you cannot see the Korean next to you. You just all this international working together. So respect each other, and we work together like that. That is a most interesting part of the. Also, you want to enjoy challenge and want to do something, help. If you like to, willing to help other people, go to UN, and then it's a lot of a chance to help other people. Okay, and also if you want to be, very ambitious, it's a go to UN, and you become, higher official, and then something like, can be president, can be minister easily, and go and then and bring to here, and come here to there, and it's like that. So if you are become this UN official, you just as a diplomat, anything, and also you'll be well treated by any host government. That's why I'm telling you, I encourage you to kind of applying for it. In the future, if you are, reach to the certain age after your education, please go ahead. And but it's not focusing on the only for the UN. Maybe you don't, get the job in UN and stay, without the job, and stay for a long time, and you just be very embarrassed. So that's why, keep UN job as one of your option of your job, like that. That's why in the future, if you work, you focus on your teacher, as a teacher, doctor, lawyer, anything in something like government, and some company work, but you put it on the side. UN job is available. Maybe I try, and you just monitor what is going on, and monitor. And sometimes if you find very kind of some suitable position to you, and then apply for it. And then you will, when you get it, you are lucky man, you are lucky. So you go and just enjoy many years, and you are tired, you come back to Korea, like that. So if you are really interested to the UN, maybe something like use my book as your reference, okay? This is last session for me is to ask you if you have any question to me. This is just not something shooting to you if you are not asking question to me. Please open to you, please. Okay. Oh, yeah, you have any something like. I think this student raised the hand first.
You. So first of all, it was my greatest pleasure to listening to your lecture. And my name is Shelly, who is attending SJA Jeju as a junior in my high school. And um, throughout your lecture, I had an inquiry as a person who would like to work in the UN for the future. What advice would you give to someone aspiring to work for the UN?
You know, there are so many different kinds of work in UN. You are, experienced and qualified. Your area as something like, handling environment, handling political issue, civil affairs. So even this, driver, cleaning, managing, building, so many jobs available in UN. Don't worry about what kind of area I should focus on. You just try to study which you like, which you are most interested, and then you will see what kind of a job coming to you in the future. That's what I'm telling you. Good. Okay, it's a middle of this student boy, please. Okay, just go,
Uh, Hello, sir. My name is Dongyun Lee, and I'm attending St. John's Pearl Academy Jeju as senior. My question for you is: you told us that based from your UN experience, one of your experience was involving working in Pacific Island nation like Fiji or Tuvalu, and you said you helped people relocating to other countries. And I was wondering, what was your experience look like when you were supporting? I was wondering your role inside this.
this world affected by climate change. So this you see this on the northern part, far away is a glacier. It's something melting, and increasing this water level in the sea, and they are causing some, a lot of problem in the island country. So because their land is submerged in the under the water. So at that time, we just go there and make assessment. Also, coordinate with like Australia, huge land they have, and then they coordinate with the government. And also, when they have this problem, because sometimes island country, certain village, water level increase and the wave and coming cross one side to another, and this side coming to another, like this one. They just all this salty water. They cannot cultivate anything. They cannot live there. So and then they come to we UN must coordinate with other people to relocate more than 20,000 people. It's a so difficult job. So difficult job. And then this, how much we coordinate. Also, when they have this cyclone, huge cyclone, they destroy all this something like damage all their shelters, and then how we help them. And the UN job is something like mostly coordination and helping some people on the ground and making assessment and a lot of job we are doing. And you see this also SDG, sustainable development, something like this program we are also doing. This kind of job we are doing for the people who are affected by climate change. Thank you. Other? Okay, you.
I'm Jane Jong, and I'm also a senior at this school, and I have one question for you. You've mentioned that you had some life risky moments throughout your life at Pakistan, Fiji, and Central Asia. And despite all that, what was your reason or motivation for continuing to work at the UN?
Say again, I didn't catch your point.
Throughout your life, although you had some life risking moments, is there any motivation or reason behind why you continue to work?
Yeah. So many this, things, reasons why I should work UN. I told you, UN is something like you use a UN organization, utilize a UN organization to make yourself very successful life in your career. Also, you just cannot enjoy this challenge when you work in the country. But when you go to other conflict area, natural disaster affected country, you just you see the chance to see how much they are disastrous and how much this world is some spoiled by climate change. By your eyes, by your experience, physical experience. This is you cannot something enjoy in this kind of a challenge in your country, in the Korea. When you come to there, you see by your eyes, and you just understand more than anyone else. And when you come to this refugee camp in the Jordan, how much this difficult life and as a refugees they have. It's a family. Sometimes in the ground when they have this refugee from the conflict area to this refugee camp, this family with some small car, and they brought a lot of some things with their car, but it's at the night they have no shelter, no kind of help. At that time, we just take a lot of 2 weeks around to distinguish who is who and like that. And that time, I observed the children, okay, you come to here, and then they hold this mother holding their children on their, and then also hug them. They, okay, don't go there, don't something like eat this one. They made something, a blanket, covered their children. I observed this one. It's really something like you can see how much their typical life, where when you come to UN and like that area. So that's why I'm telling you to, because we are human being. We are not you just live in the luxury life whole life. No, it is not something we should sometimes enjoy tough life, and then sometimes enjoy luxury life. It this is good. I think that is my point of view is good. Another point. Okay. Okay, you raise it first.
May I ask my question real quick?
Okay,
Sorry,
okay,
as
you
well.
have a.
Thank you. I'm Harry, a junior at SJA Jeju, and it's actually a compound question that I have, but the first part is that what is what do you think is the reason for the existence of the United Nations? And the second part is that what can the United Nations do to better fulfill its duties for the global society?
Yeah, firstly, just I second your question. Is United States focusing on the everything. They are handling international issues in the, even this they can handle this North and South Korea issue. Even they can handle this, COVID-19 issue. So it's by WHO, World Health Organization. They are something involving in any kinds of issues in the world, and they are, that's why UN going to be expand and it's become bigger. And they also, something UN organization in the future, as I see, a lot of, unnecessary organization going to be disappeared. And, and then they make a new organization according to current situation. It's how to, current something like, for example, in the COVID-19, it was a, pandemic was some new emerge and at the time. But when I came to UN, there were so many different kinds of virus situation in the, bird flu, Zika flu, Zika, something, or Ebola, all these things we handled, and with UN staff member involved to, some contain this virus in certain area. But it's actually UN is involving, can involve anything, something like also through this World Bank, IMF, for the developing country, something, all issues. I don't know. I forgot your first question.
I was asking if what's about your personal opinion about what's the ultimate goal of all the actions of the United Nations, and if the United Nations is doing a proper job to reach its ultimate goals.
I don't know why I'm difficult catching your point. I don't know. Really, something. I'm sorry to lose your point.
May I ask in Korean if that's?
Huh?
May I ask in Korean if that helps?
No, I don't know. Maybe I'm tired.
한국어로 말씀드려도 될까요?
어?
한국어로 질문드려도 될까요?
Okay.
유엔이 존재하는 의의에 대해 선생님이 생각하시는 유엔의 존재 이의에 대해서 묻고 싶고요. 그리고 유엔이 물론 그 존재 이의를 그 의무를 다하기 위해서 최선을 다하고 있지만 분명히 유엔이 못하는 부분도 구조적인 문제로 못하는 부분도 굉장히 많다고 생각이 되기 때문에 그 못하는 부분들을 어떻게 개선해 나갈 수 있는지 묻고 싶습니다.
Of course, there are something good things and some other things in UN as well. And UN is as I said to you, political organization. And they were considered as a meeting organization in the past. Now they are involving in the operation issue on the ground. So UN is something like, sometimes it's influenced by America and Europe and the member states. They are making decision through the General Assembly recommended by Security Council, and they just organization. They are very limited by budget, by personnel resources. So sometimes they wanted to, do something for the conflict in the Gaza, this Israel and the Middle East. They are, sometimes, member states, permanent member states, how many? 5 member states. Sometimes they have a veto, and they so difficult to decide. But once UN decide, they implement their program. no problem. But until making decision, it's so difficult. So without agreement with the member states, we cannot implement anything because after without the agreement, if you implement anything, something resolution, whatever, something, it will be a big problem. So that's why before the starting to implement their program, we must have some good agreement between member states, between these stakeholders like that. So it's a very good point. Thank you very much. So please, okay, give it to this girl. I think it is good.
Thank you, sir, for your lecture. And my name is Nayun Kim, and I'm attending 7th grade in SJA. And I would like to ask you, what is something that you were most proud of that you accomplished during your UN career?
Wow, thank you so much. I'm really excited to do that. And when I was in the Pakistan, when I was in the Sudan, it was I'm proud of my accomplishment. I achieved a lot of things. When I came to this Sudan, in the Darfur area, there were conflict, fighting everywhere, and rebel movement everywhere. And then we saw that so many people affected by conflict. And the people is without shelter, without food, without medicine, without water. It was hungry. People was left all this unattended. And this we provided a supply by helicopter, bomb, jumping everywhere. They received the food from the sky, and then after some time, they shooted this helicopter, UN helicopter, down to the ground. Oh my God. And then we lost many people. And then I recommended to, as my kind of a military background, I told to my leadership, let's deliver our humanitarian aid through this by land. And then we made an assessment on the ground. I was really chilling, something dangerous. And then I interacted with this whole rebel movement and all these people and different entities. They checked me, and sometimes they wanted to shoot me, and they shoot it around this me, and then send track, and then hit my face. It was but I did security assessment mission each and every corridor. And then I recommended, okay, we can deliver the humanitarian aid by land. And then UN accepted it. And then UN delivered, after my recommendation, they decided on the security management team meeting, crisis management meeting, they decided to take my recommendation, and then they delivered. And then I was so much worried because there was something, I made some security clearance system, and then if I clear them to go for the mission, I was, very in the position to be accountable to this mission. That's why I was not sleeping whole night until they come back. So it was like that. That's what I did in Sudan. And then when I came to this Pakistan, there's slum area, so many slum area. We eradicated the polio virus each and every city, but this virus, it was a certain area still remained there, and spread it to, virus, there is no border. They cross the border anytime to the other area, and then they spread it all this city again. That's why polio virus was so dangerous from this very dirty slum area. And then slum area was so dangerous. That's why we restricted and we declared this a no-go area for the UN staff member. I said, you are saying this area, no-go area, but polio virus coming from this area, how can you complete this your polio eradication mission? Let's try. And I went to this slum area to make a security assessment and to coordinate the security and with the security element there. And a huge city, huge, more than 20 million people. And on each and every city, district, it was they have their own security system. And then I went to there and I coordinate. It was if they shoot me, I finish. I was gone. But it's actually I did all this security assessment. I recommended to my leadership, and then they discussed, and then they launched this. They conducted something like a polio vaccination to that area with my recommendation, with strong security measures there. So that's mostly clearly I remember what I proud about my job during my UN time. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. And I think so many questions. I think I should have another chance to tell you a lot of some more details. I think you have a, something close this lecture, and then I think you have time to go, right? Principal, yeah, I think you should go. I think thank you so much. Let's have another chance to talk about the UN, and I can organize. Thank you so much today.
So thank you so much, Mr. Choi. Can you give all a round of applause for Mr. Choi again? I believe many of us has gained a deeper understanding of the UN and a lot of opportunities available for those who are passionate about international institutions. And I also want to thank Mr. Kim for his support, our school for providing this platform, and all of you, students, faculties, teachers, for your participation today. We hope today's session has sparked new ideas. And if you're interested in further discussions or opportunities related to UN and global careers, please feel free to contact UN Peace Corps. And if you guys have any more questions to Mr. Choi, we will provide you Gmail of him, and you can individually ask him later. And once again, thank you for all being here today, and we look forward seeing you at the future. Thank you.